Hello, my MFA 700 students, and welcome to Module 3, Bushwhacking. What does that even mean? Well, let's discover. First, let's go to the learning objectives for this module. Again, you can read these at your leisure. These videos are more designed for how we do things. The module glance, again, we are now in the process of folks submitting their thesis submissions. You can find that schedule by going to the announcements, where it lists where everyone is submitting their work and when. If you just go to course menu and click on announcements, there is an announcement that has a list of when everyone is submitting their work. Some specific things for this course or this module under the readings and resources are Chapter 7 in Story Genius. I have been fairly critical yet optimistic when it comes to Story Genius, and there are some very interesting concepts when it comes to cause and effect, which we will talk about in just a moment with one of the optional assignments. Another wonderful video is Where Does Creativity Hide by Amy Tan. This is a very interesting video. I rather enjoyed it. It's fairly philosophical, but she really talks about a lot of serendipity, which I will talk about in my particular posted video, which will be in a different announcement about bushwhacking and an approach to writing. For the module overview, it defines bushwhacking. Basically, the idea of bushwhacking is going off the well-worn path into the unexplored new world, as it were, straight off the path to discover the trail. Okay, bushwhacking. Some people write the same story over and over with different characters. They stay on the same exact trail. Some people decide to go in completely different directions. Which is best? Which way do you approach? Well, I'll let you go ahead and read through this and try to think about that on your own. Going over to before you get started, again, I will create an additional resource that will be posted in the announcements that deals with my experience with bushwhacking and the creative element which Amy Tan talks about in her video and how it's related to help me in writing my different books. For the non-graded workshop, again, this is an ongoing thing where you can upload work at any time to annotate and have other members of this class give you feedback. I will not actively be working on the open workshop because I will be reading in detail the submissions for that particular module by those who are assigned. So therefore, I need to give my full attention and creative energy towards those folks who will be getting the detailed feedback on their submissions. But this is great for your peers. For 3-3, this is again the non-graded publishing and writing trends. So this is on cause and effect. And the question that I posed for this module is posted right here. It's the idea of cause and effect. The idea that sometimes when we write scenes, we write this happened and then that happened. That is a very common approach to writing a story. She asserts, Ms. Cron, that it should be this happened therefore, or but this happened. That deals more with cause and effect and creates a more interesting story and ties in with her overall concept of story. So the question is, think of two scenes from your latest work and think, which approach did you take? Was it and then happened, or was it a therefore or a but this happened? Interesting, something to think about. Next, For those who are assigned for Module 3, this is where you submit your work. Again, submit your work by clicking on the link that says Submit Your Assignment here. As a friendly reminder for those of you who have opted in, we will set up a time where I can do a Zoom chat with you. We can have a real-time conversation about the work that you've submitted, my thoughts, my questions I have for you, your insight on your work, and I found that to be extremely helpful and very productive and very supportive when we're talking about this project. And I believe that is it for Module 3. It is. So there you go. That's the directions for Module 3.